Alrighty, welcome to another fantastic, quick little sewing video for you. I am now continuing on talking about the facings, and I kind of brought or made two little facings patterns to show you some examples of what we talked about in our last sewing video. Okay, so now, looking at this, this is basically a front bodice, okay? Make sure you can see that. This is our front bodice, okay, and this is the dart on the front. Now, essentially, this is what I would call an all-in-one placket facing. And a placket is essentially a facing just in a certain way. So, we would take this, and the way that we would get this is by making a line that's parallel to the center front, and then combining a neck facing in with it. And that's how you would get this. So if I turn on the back, you can kind of see using the shadow here what it looks like. Okay, and it's about the same thickness all the way around and up here, and then it kind of bridges this little corner in there, and then it flips out and it's all connected. Now, of course, depending on your level of excellence and what you want to do with your pattern, you can always cut this. This is our center front here. You can always cut this on the center front and add seam allowances to both parts and sew it together along the center front, and that's completely up to you. In some designs that might work out, especially if you're trying to save space on your fabric. But if you really don't need to, there's really no point in cutting this loose. Just leave it together, and this will be your facing there. Now, if we fold this back here, we can see it as just a regular front bodice. And then I'm going to show you this. This is a wonderful all-in-one facing that I made. It's badass. And if we take it and we match it up here at the center front, you can see it's a little different than the actual bodice. Can you tell? Now if we look right at the edges, you can see it's a little smaller, and that's to offset the stretch. And no, this rule is not uniform for all different kinds of facings, but for most facings this will work. And so it's a little smaller here in the shoulders, and it's also smaller here on the side. Can you see that? Come on, camera, get clear. There we go. So, but those are just some quick examples. It's really easy to make. There's nothing difficult about making facings. It's all about getting out there and doing it and being the absolute best fashion designer that you could be, the best pattern maker that you could be. And that's why I try to teach for my apprentices, to be the very absolute best that you can. We're creating luxury garments. We're not creating Rudy Poot, Walmart garments, no offense. But we need stuff to look right, and we need it to be correct, and we need to come up to standards, We're the best, okay? Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.